Welcome to Sage Circle. I'm Amythyst. I'm just doing a collective channeled reading today for the month of November. I've jotted some notes down first and then I've already pre-shuffled all the cards. They're up in front ready to go. I will let you know I have a smattering of the Rebel deck going through the pile of pre-shuffled cards, so if you're not really into that, just disregard it. There is a bit of swearing and stuff. I swear anyway, but they can be quite abrupt. So okay, so overall the month of November is about reaping what you've sowed. So all the little things that you've been working on, all the little seeds that you've planted are now coming up for a harvest, basically, in a spiritual term, even financial, material, whatever. Okay, there's a lot of DNA activations going on and some codes going on for people, and it's about taking a leap and coming into a realignment of yourself with your holy trinity, your mind, your body, and your soul. You need to have as much water in your life as you can at this time, whether that is drinking extra water, eating foods that are water-based like watermelon, pineapple, cucumber, things like that. And also drinking as much water as you can. Honestly, you could make some water with lemon and watermelon and things in it if you wanted to. And it's coming into that higher dimension and your unseen path. So it's the higher dimensions to do with your path that you're walking. You might necessarily be a spiritualist, but you may have a connection to source in your own way, however that is, and that's what's going on here. There's things realigning in your path that you can't see yet that'll all make sense down the line. You could be ultra sensitive to light and stuff at the moment as well, and you might need to pull back on eating salty things and sort of hit the sweet things, eat strawberries and stuff like that. And it's about making pinpointed choices in the month of November, making sure, you know, I really want to have that relationship with that person, or I really do want to focus on saving money to buy a house, and I really want this and I really want that. But it's also about making the pinpointed choices about what no longer serves you. So you might think, okay, I really don't want to drink so much alcohol anymore, or I really need to get out the house more, or I really want to go out on the weekends to the forest. Whatever those choices are, be very precision in your execution when it comes to that. And you need to also accept your shadow, do a bit of shadow work through the month of November. Now, don't be alarmed. It's not shadow work as in, oh, you're going to be having a hard time with your shadow. It just means you now need to go, you know, realignment of self, the Holy Trinity, which is what I've written down, and accepting shadow. So yeah, my shadow's there. My shadow can be a pain in the ass at times. My shadow puts me in a depression, or my shadow makes me have anxiety, or my shadow really makes me second guess my own beliefs about things in the world. But at this point in my life, I'm just going to go, you know what? I accept shadow. And that's all it is. It's something so simple as saying, I accept my shadow. And there's some truths coming to the light. So there's a lot of light blasting through. A couple of channeled readings ago I did on YouTube, there was a lot of light getting blasted through as well. And that light's still continuation. It's coming out in waves. So the truths will be coming up to the light. There could be harsh truths, but not necessarily. I just think it's truths of yourself. It's about standing your ground and accepting what those truths are, and being a little bit ballsy. So, you know, if somebody's saying something to you and you don't really necessarily think that to be true, instead of going like, oh, I'm not sure if they're telling the truth, just say, are you even being truthful? Like, it's a matter of standing your ground because truths are coming up, okay? And it's a really important month to work on your relationships, your private ones, your professional ones, your personal ones, your romantic relationship, your marriage, whatever. It's a really important month to actually lay down those next lot of foundations, healing rifts, healing wounds, spending a bit more time with your partner, maybe going out on a date that you haven't done in a while and things like that. If you're not in a relationship and you're single, it's working on your relationships with your family, with your friends, with whatever, you know, and if that means walking away from some of those relationships, that's also okay. So I do not use WhatsApp. If anybody's mimicking me or my channel, please report to YouTube. You know the drill. I'm just going to have a sip of water. And let's see what we've got here. Channeled messages for the collective for the month of November 2021. Let's go. I do know what the Rebel cards are, but I'm not sure what the others are. So first card, guys, is nurture. Straight away, nurture. Your Holy Trinity, mind, body, soul. There's butterflies here. There's transformation going on, okay? You might get some downloads and some crystalline energy coming through music as well, okay? So nurture is your very first card. Second card is, shadow treasures. Wow. So I did mention just being at peace with your shadow, but this could also mean that there's some stuff coming up for you, some luck and some blessings, some abundance that you're not aware of. And that could be a very big surprise for you somehow. And it's telling you to embrace it, shadow treasures. So it could be something in the dark that you're not aware of yet, but it could also mean treasuring your own shadow, going, I accept you. Okay, we've got awareness. Cool card. I love this card. So just being aware, just being present, just being, present in your own journey when it comes to your realignment of yourself. And like I said, being a bit ballsy and making those decisions, making pinpointed choices about what's important to you in your life. Okay, we've got divine light, beautiful. And I did say there's still massive big waves of light pouring over everybody, and this is what's going on here. Now that kind of looks like a daffodil, but I don't think it is. Oh, it might be, I don't know. But if you have an association with the daffodil, or that could be a message from somebody in spirit that has had cancer and has passed over or what have you, that's the message that they're with you. Okay, we've got the first rebel card, and it says it's not everyone else's fault, it's yours. Whoa. You are a grown ass adult. Stop blaming others for your shit. Okay. And that could be to do with some shadow work that's come up for you, all right? Next card, Angel of Love. Beautiful. And that, again, is the self-love. That, again, is stepping into your authenticity, your authentic self when you're having a realignment. There are DNA activations and codes going on for everybody, every single soul that watches this video, okay? Or everybody across the planet, whether people are aware of it or not. And again, it's about trusting the journey and standing your ground and taking those leaps, just having faith in love. Now that could be love of self, as I've said, but that could just be a love of life or a love of where you're heading. Again, we're reaping what we've sown right now, okay? Even though we might have only planted some financial seeds in the last couple of weeks or what have you, whatever that means to you, by reaping what you sow, Spirit's saying you will get a good harvest, okay? And we've got 5th chakra, Archangel Gabrielle. Oh, so throat. Okay, so you really need to be working on your throat chakra. I do say quite often that the throat, the third eye, the crown and the soul star chakra above that can be incorporated energetically as one chakra. You could just picture them all and do one base clean for those, but you are needing to work on your throat chakra. Again, stand your ground and be a bit ballsy if you need to. Something doesn't seem right to you, or you feel like somebody's taking advantage of you somehow or some way, you need to speak up. I mean, we are dealing with Scorpio season as well. My mother's a Scorpio. Okay, so we've got man holding a heart again, and that says the Angel of Love. So this could be romantic for you, but I don't necessarily think it is. But it's self-nurturing. It's your masculinity. You might need to do a balance. Again, we're doing a realignment of self here, and you need to really push past those fears in yourself when it comes to what do I do next, you know, what's going to happen for me down the line. My path is obviously falling into place, but I can't see what's happening. Don't worry about it. Come from that space of love, be grateful in that space of love, and hand out the need to not be worried or trying to control what's coming in next, because there's a man holding a cart. Okay, you're covered. And we've got 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. Right, so we're dealing with the third eye here. So you might need to do your third eye and your throat a cleanup. Obviously, they need to be attuned to help these DNA activations and codes come through. I'm getting a very, very clear message. By the way, if you hear that little noise in the background, it's my washing machine. I'm getting a very clear message that if you sing or know how to sing or can't sing to save your life but like to sing anyway, regardless, we'll put some music on. Spirit's saying sing as much as you can in the next couple of days, in the next week or so, to help really get those activations at that vibration where they need to sit, okay? Take the leap, do what you need to do. And we've got door to personal healing and happiness. Wow, that's beautiful. So whatever your personal growth is and whatever your personal endeavors are, something that you need to work on this month. Again, making pinpointed choices, and that's what's going on here, okay? We've got another rebel card here. It says make better fucking choices, lol. And if you are pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. Whoa, these are brutal. And I've just said about making your pinpointed choices. Make better fucking choices. And we've got another one that says stop talking, shut your mouth and listen. Wow. So that could be a message to yourself that you're overthinking. That could be a message that you're bringing your own energy and vibration down because you're too much in your headspace. Spirit's saying bring it back a notch. Just be still and listen. You might need to ground. Maybe you need to go on earth and get some grounding going on. I did say earlier that pull back from salt at the moment, foods that have a high salt content, because it's actually not going to be helping with the crystalline activations and the codes and things like that, okay? Again, there is truth coming to the surface, or truth coming through the light, so you need to really stop talking at this time and listen to what's going on around you, because sometimes things that aren't being said are louder than things that are. Wow. Next card. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Wow. So again, we do have that higher unseen path going on here with our consciousness in spaces that we can't tap into at this point on our human journey. Even though we are consciously aware, there's a mindful element going on here, okay? So answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Do you want to switch jobs? Do you want to move house? Do you want to move community? Do you not want to live in that town? Do you want to make some new friends? You know, do you want to switch up your dating life? Do you want to, you know, get married? Do you want to have a baby? Like whatever it is, what's calling your soul on your journey at this time, because it is part of that higher plan, that higher consciousness path that we can't tap into, okay? Take the leap. And we've got awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Oh, I'm not surprised that's come out, because I keep mentioning these codes and these upgrades, okay? So this is just a confirmation. Energetic upgrades. You might do some astral travel in your sleep, or you might feel like when you're waking up in the morning, you might feel a bit tired and think, oh, why am I so tired? It's because you've been out zooming around astrally and doing things, okay? I do recommend, if you're consciously going to astral and you know that you want to do that in your sleep, you're going to do meditations for that, always ground. Always make sure you are anchored right through to the center of the earth. But not only that, but I also recommend people anchor upwards, right up to the top of source, right up through the galaxies, right up through the universe. It's never ending. Go right up as high as you can and anchor upwards as well as down, okay? Particularly when you want to astral. And we've got Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeing the light, laying foundations and divine plan. Oh my goodness. So seeing the light. I did say that there's going to be troops coming through in the light. I did say that there's going to be waves of energy coming forward for people to blast out things that don't help people, to help everyone realign with their true, authentic self. Again, drink as much water and have as much watery content as you can. Have a swim if you can. Soak your feet if you can, okay? And what else is it saying there? And the laying of foundations. Exactly. I did say you're now going to be reaping what you've sowed. It might be too early for you to feel like you're going to reap what you've put your energy into, but this is the confirmation. It's all in the gestation period, okay? We've got another rebel deck. It says they broke your heart, and then it says fuck them. Okay, so this is coming up about shadow. So you might be still trying to shift or deal with or be moving through some pain from a past relationship that really was quite karmic and it caused you a lot of heartache. I do have another picker pile on the channel here for karmic relationships. The first pile is purely for karmic that had been romantic, whether now or in different times of your life, and the other pile is for everybody else that isn't romantic, to do with karmic relationships. I recommend you look at that if that resonates. But it says they broke your heart, fuck them. So Spirit's saying you really need to be at peace with your shadow and remove the energy that doesn't work for you anymore. Make pinpointed choices. Really go, you know what, I'm sick of thinking about that person. It's been 6 fucking years and they still interfere with my vibe, you know. Now's the time. We've got Duality. This is one of my own little decks. Again, having that balance and accepting the shadow, coming back into yourself and realigning, okay? You do need to drink water. I'm really ultra thirsty right now. I'm just going to have a drink. I've already drunk nearly a litre of water today, and I'll probably have another 2 or 3 as the day goes on. Okay, and remember to please work on your relationships or relationship with yourself and with others. If you're not happy with the way you're reacting or responding or being in certain relationships in your life, well, do something about it. It's not up to everybody else, you know. We've got Jubilee. So it might be a time of celebration, or Spirit might want you to actually celebrate how far you've come on your path, on your journey. And if that's by way of buying yourself a new crystal pendant, or, you know, whatever it is, going to get a massage, or, you know, buying that handbag that you've been thinking about, the hippie handbag that you've been looking at, just little things like that. Whatever it is, Spirit's saying do that now. Have that place for yourself, within yourself, to do with that level of celebration. And it could be anything. It could just be eating a chocolate because you're doing so well and haven't been eating sweet foods. I did say you do need to increase a bit of sweetness in your life at the moment. We've got the Double Helix, okay? And that's the DNA code, that card. And I'm not surprised it's come up because of the DNA activations and codes. Double Helix. Okay, your DNA is going through a major overhaul. You may feel tired. You may feel a little dizzy. You might get a little woozy. You might feel like you want to spend more time outside, or you might feel the opposite where everything's too bright for you and you need to sort of escape the light at the moment. Don't worry, you might get sore eyes. You'll be okay, all right? Just hit the water as much as you can. It's a really good month. Oh, we've got magic. Look. Okay, so magic is in the air. There are blessings going on for you. Again, we're reaping what we're sowed here. Everything that we're working on comes from that higher unseen path. So whether you can understand that in yourself and go, yep, I can see what that looks like, even fractionally, or you can maybe go to yourself, can't quite hit that spot yet, not sure, but I have faith. Either way, it's about taking that leap. You're on the right path. Again, truths are coming up for you, and you need to stand your ground and be a little ballsy. Maybe you've just done a whole heap of magic with the with Samhain, or the recent full moon that we had, or it's a new moon about to hit, you know, like maybe you're going to be doing magic with that, some intention work and stuff. Magic is in the air. There's blessings coming for you in ways that you can't imagine. And I said that earlier about the Shadow Treasures card, okay? We've got, don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be sneaky, lying bastards. Wow. Okay, I did say earlier that maybe people are a bit too much in their head at the moment and you need to give yourself a break. This is a clear indication. You need to hit as much water as you can. Don't let fear of the unknown or the what ifs or the possibilities of things going wrong really fuck with your life this month. Have a break, make peace with your shadow, accept yourself and go bang. There is time for movement. I am going through a transformation. There is an alignment going on here and I need to adhere to that, okay? And we've got be fucking grateful. And it says shit could be so much worse. Yeah, so you might need to do some gratitude scripting. You might just need to do a little gratitude board, even just an A4 piece of paper or a bit smaller. You might need to do a circle, like you could draw a flower and draw the leaves as like words, things that you're grateful for in your life. You might just do a list. You might just do a couple of random words and put them on your bathroom mirror. Whatever it is that you're grateful for, you need to now jot that down and bring it into your present 3D mental existence, and you need to be able to acknowledge it and go, yeah, I'm grateful. I've got a nice home, you know, the weather's good today, I've got food in the house, or, you know, I've got good friends, or I had a nice cuddle with my partner, or whatever it is. You need to start showing that you're grateful to yourself, to spirit. Shit could be so much worse. So don't pick on the negativities, and that ties in with this card as well. Don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be lying, sneaky bastards. I love how these cards are synchronistic. Okay, I've got a few more on my own deck. We've got Blessed. This is a sigil of mine that I've made. You can use it. I'll bring it closer. You can screenshot that if you want to. Okay. That will help instill those blessings. You can draw that on a piece of paper, put it in your purse or your wallet. You can draw it again on the bathroom mirror. You can draw it on your leg with the texter. You can do anything you want with it. It's my sigil for being blessed. And that doesn't mean in any way other than across the board a general blessing in your life, okay? And we've got Spade. So you need to call a spade a spade. Again, I did right here, stand your ground and be ballsy. If you're being fucked around at work, speak up. If you're not happy with certain friendships in your life, now's the time to do something about it. We don't have to have arguments and fights and instill havoc on people's lives and chaos and things like that. But, you know, that could be a knee-jerk reaction from people around you in your life because you are standing up or you are saying, you know what, this isn't really working for me, or I don't really want to do this anymore. It's always got to be your way. It's this or it's that. Like, really hold that space for yourself, okay? Call a spade a spade. If something seems bullshit to you, it may be. But again, the head cards come out. If you do have mental health, please remember that we're going through some DNA activations and codes at the moment, okay? So don't believe every shitty thought you have, guys. Thoughts can be sneaky, lying bastards, okay? So don't let it overwhelm you, all right? And we've got Chakra, or Chakras. I love my little card here. It's one of my favorite cards that I made in this deck. And I actually said earlier you may need to do, or you will need to do, a throat and third eye chakra tune-up. And I did say earlier you might need to earth and ground. So I recommend you just do an overhaul, just a full overhaul, but definitely work on that throat and that third eye as well. And we've got Detox. And it says, drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out. Again, drink as much water as you can. Flush, 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 flush. I did say you might need to walk away from friendships. Drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, throw some shit out. I have a smoothie pretty much every day. Most days I've run out of all the fruit that I wanted to use today. So I'll do that tomorrow. But I'm going to pull a couple more out of my own little deck here. Can I just have 3 more of these, please, Spirit? And I'm just going to pull like 2 or 3 more from another deck, and then we've pretty much done the reading, guys. Okay, we've got ground. I put this up in my group the other day when I shuffled it, flicked out as well. I did say you might need to earth. We'll do some grounding. We've got prana, so your life force. This is definitely in association with Archangel Metatron and his Merkaba when it comes to healing and activation. So you might need to go and do a couple of Archangel Metatron activations, please. And we've got light language, and I'm not surprised a light language card has come out, okay, because this is what we're dealing with here, some activations and realignment of self, okay, the Holy Trinity, mind, body and soul. Can I just have 1 more of those because I'm on a roll here? Thank you, Spirit. We've got way more than I anticipated. Horus. Yeah, moon. So there could be some shadow energy, again, like you need to push through and help yourself with. Okay, we've got oracle. Yep, so keep your eyes out for signs and synchronicities. I mean, you might get good messages from this particular reading. You might pull your own cards and get some clarity or some confirmation. You might be booked in for somebody with a reading, you know what I mean? And you'll get some information from that. This is a double meaning. It also means you are the oracle. So even though you might know what's specifically coming in your immediate life for the next week or the next 3 days and things that are happening, you can actually tap into yourself and make more informed choices, make those pinpointed choices about what is and isn't working for you. And we've got frequency. Well, I'm not surprised that come up, okay? That's Morse code down there for the word energy, all right? So basically what you need to do is remember that we're going through some activations, okay? And stand your ground with people. And we've got stars. So you're a star being, or reach for the stars, take that leap. You could have your star family coming in to try and help you at this time. You might have ancestors that have been working with you or are around you at this time. I mean, for me, 2 days ago, it was so-and-so. Let's see what we've got here. Can I have just a couple of these, please? Archangel Ariel, 2nd chakra. Okay, so we've got some sacral stuff going on. You really need to get your chakras in attunement, okay? And make sure you eat those watery foods, all right? We don't want to have dry energy. We've got contract, and the balance, the justice, the scale cards. So, okay, let me just, can I have a confirmation for that? Thank you. A couple of came out. We've got blossoming abundance. All right. And 1 more, and action. Thank you very much. Okay. And we actually also have the 1st chakra, Archangel Michael, the grounding card, the root chakra. So you definitely need to get your chakras in alignment. So contract, action, and a blossoming abundance. Okay. So what Spirit's saying is this may have nothing to do with the contract that you're signing in your everyday life or one that you have signed, and doors to value was on the ground. Door to value. Okay. So again, that's money and abundance going on around you, but this is a contract that's going on with your higher unseen path, all right? Whatever's coming into fruition for you is going to come out in your favor. Don't stress about what you can't see and what you don't know, but if there are people in your life that are giving you a fucking hard time at the moment, walk away. Say no. Tell them to fuck off. It's not that hard to unfriend somebody, to block somebody. Who gives a shit? Can I just have 2 more to tie off this entire reading, please? Thank you. Big picture. Yo. This is what I'm talking about. Look at that picture in the background. It's gorgeous. Okay, the big picture. And we've got blessed sight. And I did say about the oracle card. You could be your oracle for what you've got going on in your life right now yourself, okay? Beautiful. So that is your overall messages for the collective for the month of November 2021. Again, we're in Scorpio season, and I love the energy associated with Scorpio. It's about speaking your mind and no nonsense with things sometimes. Just pick your battles, okay? So blessed be, much love. I'll be back. Blessed are the witches. Bye.